just like that time when it got weird between Mulder and Scully.
You can't quit now, Scully.
I can, Mulder.
This is Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
That's right, it's Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital. I'm excited, everyone's excited. Luke's pumped, aren't you, mate?
I'm very pumped, but do you need to state every day your level of enthusiasm? Is that a requirement of the show?
If I didn't tell the listeners how excited I was, they wouldn't be getting excited listening to this in their Teslas, all right? I want to give these guys
They should be already excited. They're driving a Tesla.
Sorry, actually, the Tesla's driving them because they're in the future. We're going to be talking about my juice emergency and a time traveller has come to Earth. Well, from Earth, but from the future.
And also, Barnaby Joyce, he's done it again. He's somehow managed to ruin it for the rest of us.
Come on, Barnaby.
Not particularly me, but he's ruined it for some other members in society.
Coming up next, Luke and Lewis.
Lewis, you might have heard the news today. It came out that Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has come out and made a very, I think, a swift decision on his part to ban all sexual relationships between ministers and staffers in Parliament after, of course, Barnaby. Barnaby Joyce has been in the news lately.
Come on, Malcolm, just because you can't get any in the office, doesn't mean you have to ruin it for everyone else.
I know. Well, here's the thing. But what Barnaby did, obviously, was he did a bad thing. Yeah. And thing is, in his circumstances, though...
Well, I don't know. Look, he shouldn't have cheated on...
Yeah.
What I think the problem is not, having relations with people that you work with, as long as everyone's on board. The problem is you shouldn't cheat on your wife. Maybe you should just make that illegal.
Yeah.
A lot of people go to jail.
Yeah. But also, we were discussing in here, we think, okay, a bit harsh, Malcolm, because there might be
Bloody
already...
buzzkill Turnbull over here walking up being like, all right, guys, no fun. What are you going to do, ban Beyblades next?
Yeah.
Mate.
No, he wasn't the principal at my primary school who did do that. But no, there could be people who are already in existing relationships, like in Parliament, who are now in a bit of a pickle because they could get fired.
There's hundreds and hundreds
from having a relationship in their personal time
in politics, and there's 150 politicians, and all of those politicians have employees. There could be like 1,000 people there. Yeah. Surely some of them are dating, and now they're either just going to have to break up or keep it a secret.
Yeah, the office Christmas party's not going to be a riot anymore.
I know, exactly. Everything's
have a couple of juices and go home.
And besides, Malcolm, what else are you going to do in Canberra? There's nothing to do in that place. We've been there. We've been to Canberra together. There was nothing to do.
No.
And of course, we weren't going to do each other, so we were very bored. We stayed in Queanbeyan. We went to the service station.
That's actually not in Canberra.
Times.
That's in the ACT. It's just outside of Canberra. That's the thing. We looked for something to do in Canberra, then left.
Yeah. We were staying around there, and we could have stayed in the city, but we decided, no, let's go back to Queanbeyan, and then we made 3 trips to the service station. Yeah. That's how little there is to do.
So really, Malcolm's just not only killing Canberra's tourism now, he's killing the locals' fun as well.
Yeah, they're gonna have to move the capital from Canberra to a fun city.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there is one thing that you can do in Canberra. I've just remembered. You could do Barnaby Joyce.
Well, not anymore.
Luke, I've been scammed by the juice store downstairs again.
It's happened about a month ago. So you have an ongoing just feud with every local business in the area currently. Grilled across the road.
Grilled, they keep pretending that they're open. The juice store downstairs keeps ripping me off and tricking me into paying $9 for juice.
Well, I don't know why you keep going back in there.
The sushi guy doesn't give me the sushi that I want, even though I ordered the wrong thing. It's everyone else's fault.
How about you stop supporting local business and shop at a franchise, you good citizen?
How about you support your mates, all right? And go to war with these businesses with me, okay?
I'm not going. I've said this the last time we talked about this juice store on the show. I'm not going in there. Because I don't want to be talked into buying $9 juice. Yeah,
so this juice store below the radio station, it's one of these, it's like you would only ever see it in Melbourne. It's the only thing in the store is like a small fridge with a selection of probably, at best, about 13 different juices.
And they're on a main road, and I still cannot fathom how they pay the rent.
Yeah, because it's a nice area.
And they're about 20 metres away from the local supermarket, which has a wider juice selection for about a third of the price.
And you can get 2 litres of it instead of like 300 mils.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it turns out one of a listener of the show works at that specific juice store, and she's seen me walk past it a few times. So she messaged me on Snapchat, and she said, "Oh, do you work around this area? Can you please come in and say hi?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay. I might get some free juice out of it." I'll go and meet her. And then I asked
Great.
her...
So you were like, yeah, I'll pretend to be nice. Give me some juice, though.
I'll actually be nice, but, I want a little bit of juice.
You want
Tip for the
compensation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, but if you got juice in your pocket, I'm down for a convo.
Definitely hit us up if you got juice favors to give. Otherwise, I don't want to speak to you.
So I was like, I walk past it every day. I'll go and say hi to her. It might be a cool thing to do. So I ask her when she's working next, and she's like, Thursday. Now, today's Thursday. I'm like, sweet, before the show, I'm going to go in and meet the juice chick. So I go into the juice store. There's this young girl working there. She had blonde hair like the girl who's been working there the past few days. So I walk up to her, and she doesn't do anything weird, which is great. I'm like, cool, she's just a normal person. And I start talking to her. Seems like she doesn't really know me. I can't work out if she's trying to play it cool or what's going on. And then we just got onto the conversation about juice. Probably all of the juice at the store.
Probably because that's the only thing in the store.
I'm thinking that could have something to do with it. Anyway, so she starts telling me what's good, and I'm thinking, oh, here's my free juice, because she brought it up, right? She's going to give me a free juice. So I pick one up, and then she goes, oh, that'll be $9.50. And that's when I realize the girl that I was talking to meant she was working next Thursday, and I'm talking to a stranger who's just trying to sell me juice.
You're just talking to someone who's, got the rarest juice in the world, apparently.
And now, I've been in this store for about a minute and a half talking about juice. I'm like, I can't walk out now. Way too rude. I've just wasted her time. Someone was behind me waiting to be juice served.
Wait, there's someone else in the store.
For some reason.
I've never seen anyone else in there. You're the only person I know who's actually gone in there.
Well,
I don't know anyone else has the balls to go in and be conned to paying that much money for
maybe they were a
OJ.
fan. They were going to buy me a juice. Anyway, so I'm like, I felt rude, so I'm like, I'll just buy whatever. And I pick something off the shelf, and she goes, oh, no, that's a sample juice. And I did notice the lid was open, and there was less juice in there.
What?
And I was like, oh.
Ew.
Yeah. And then she was like, oh, but we still sell them. And
what do you mean a sample juice?
Like it's the juice that someone else has had.
What, and you just go and take a swig and put it back?
I don't know.
Yuck.
I didn't see any cups around.
They should pay you $9.50 to have to sample their juice.
Well, here's the thing. I'm like, she goes, oh, we'll still sell it to you. I'm like, oh, I was just confused. And she goes, oh, it's only $7. Only $7? That's expensive for normal juice, but someone's had a sip.
Wait, you can buy the pre-sipped juice?
Yep. $7. What a bargain. So I was like, no thanks. I'll pay $9.50 for coconut water instead. And I left.
Don't go in there next Thursday.
I will. I'm going to spend $30. Look at Lewis.
So, Lewis, we need to talk.
What about? Well, of course we do. We're on radio.
We need to talk about... You've been accidentally rude to people in the office, and it's becoming a recurring theme.
Yeah. Look, okay. Before we get into this, I already know what you're going to bring up, and I want the listeners to know, not on purpose, okay?
But it doesn't seem that way.
In fact, trying to be nice.
Well, you're going about it the wrong way.
Trying to make some positive relationships throughout the office with the other employees. Not doing a good job at it.
Backfiring completely. Actually making enemies around the office very quickly. So what happened was it was sweltering hot in here a couple of weeks ago. This is the first time I noticed it. Yeah. And the aircon in the studio wasn't really kind of working. So Lewis called up Gino, who's the tech guy at the building, and he was like, hey, the aircon's not really working down here. And Gino's like, yep, no worries. And then he goes, so, I guess we need it fixed. And then Gino's like, yep. Cool. And then you were kind of waiting for him to say how to fix it.
I was waiting for him to say, I'll come down and fix it. Because I thought that this was the guy that was doing the aircon.
And then you said, and then he didn't offer to come down and fix it for you. And then you went, is that not your job?
Hearing that out of your mouth is incredibly rude.
Yeah, and he went, what? Well, you know what? He's the tech guy. It's actually not his job.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was, I realized that I had called the wrong person, and what I was trying to say was, have I called the wrong person? Do you know who is in charge of the air conditioning? But instead,
That would have been way better.
Instead, what came out was fix it or else.
Yeah.
And you know what? It worked. He came down and fixed it.
He came down immediately, and then you hadn't even realised what you'd done until Mike and I brought up to you, like, hey, man, that was pretty rude. You should probably apologise to Gino. And he, like, kind of...
He came down a little bit angry.
Yeah, he expected an apology. He came down.
And then, but as soon as I explained it, he was like, "Oh, he's not mean. He's an idiot.
Yes.
Oh, silly boy."
Yeah.
Which happens a lot of the time. Yeah. Whenever I'm accidentally mean to someone, people will get offended for a millisecond
and then they just feel bad
and
for you.
Realize that I'm stupid.
Yeah, that's like a sympathy. Like, oh, he needs this.
But you know what? Now today we've got air conditioning working.
Right.
So you're welcome.
Last night it happened again. Right.
This is much worse.
We were in the kitchen and we'd used a plate to film a video, and the plate was...
before we begin, trying to be nice. Trying to have some banter with people that I don't know.
You'd think, ladies and gentlemen, Lewis had learnt from the first time. What did he do? He goes to put the plate in the thing. The cleaning lady came up, the cleaner at the building. She came up and she goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'll clean it." And you go, "No. You're like, no, it's like we made the plate dirty."
She took the plate off Mike, who was cleaning it.
And then we were like, no, we made the mess. Don't worry, we'll clean it. And she goes, no, it's fine. And then Lewis goes, "Oh, I was about to say that's not your job. But it is your job." You did the same thing again.
Well, look, okay.
And she looked at you like, "Are you serious, mate?" And like we were leaving. She was like working late. It was like 10 p.m.
Yep.
She doesn't want to be here. And you're going, "Yeah, clean my plate."
They essentially
it's
said,
your job.
You're a cleaner. Rude.
You pretty much just yelled at her to scrub your dish.
Well, look, what I wanted to say, that's not your job. But then my
Which
brain
you did say, and then
because it's not her responsibility to clean up.
Your brain kept
mess.
ticking, and then you
my brain was like, "Oh, but cleaning is her job. You should say that to her.
Her job is to clean the building, not to clean up your mess."
Well, you know what, mate? I give up.
It also happens to be that often you leave your mess in the building, so perhaps it does
Mate,
for one.
I give up. All right, I've tried coming into this new workspace. I've tried being mates with people. I just keep offending people. I'm just not going to talk.
Literally walks in with a leather jacket on every day, just throwing out insults through the office.
I've worn this, okay, and it's because of my new attitude. I wear a leather jacket and I don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
There's no more speaking.
Isn't that your job though?
I think there's been a bit of insider trading going on at Cadbury.
Do tell.
Yes, I will.
Always interested in a Cadbury scoop.
And I've got
or a scoop of Cadbury.
I've got scoops.
'Cause I like chocolate.
I've got scoops of scoops. My scoops are full. Cadbury have recently released a new. They re-released a flavour of chocolate that hasn't been out since 1994. Brilliant year, the year of my birth. Also, the year of the birth of the Caramilk flavour chocolate. Now, initially,
so you just missed out.
I know. I wasn't on solids yet. I couldn't have any at all. So they released this new Caramilk flavour, which is like white chocolate mixed with caramel. Apparently it's insane, but everyone's been trying to get it to the point where it's sold out everywhere, and then people started selling it on eBay. The demand was so high for $150. That's how nuts people are going over this chocolate. It was news everywhere.
For a chocolate bar?
Yeah,
as in like a block?
A block of chocolate, $150, whereas...
As opposed to at the supermarket, like $8?
No,
it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. So what's happened now is, to make it even worse, Cadbury, after everyone has lost their minds over these blocks of chocolate and have put it on eBay and they're spending hundreds of dollars on it, Cadbury have just announced a recall because it was made incorrectly and it might have bits of plastic in it. So people have been paying $150 for chocolate that they might choke and die on. And I think, Luke, that maybe this plastic recall is a bit of a ruse, bit of insider trading by someone at Cadbury.
You think someone's pulled it off the line?
More rare.
Yep.
Yeah. Because they didn't recall all of them. They just recalled some that were made in a specific date range.
They've seen Bitcoin go up in value. They did the same to Caramilk, and they want a slice of it. Obviously,
absolutely,
they want a scoop of it.
Cadbury, you are not Bitcoin. And
Stop trying.
Exactly.
Well, no, it's not Cadbury. It's someone obviously in Cadbury who's done this.
yeah, someone with
Have you
insider
checked
knowledge.
eBay yet for a $1,000 box of Caramilk?
No, I haven't. But I think I don't know. Maybe I should.
Wouldn't surprise me if you looked it up.
Maybe it could be the new currency, Caramilk currency. But I don't think anyone's taking this recall seriously either.
Dude, no one takes recalls seriously. Okay, my car. This is bad, actually. My car has got recalled twice. I took it back the first time.
Yeah.
So, my airbag got recalled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took it back.
I heard about this.
Yeah, and then about 6 months later, they were like, "Oh, so we put a new airbag in. We accidentally put the same one that got recalled back in."
How does that even happen?
It's like they took it out and then put it on the floor, went to coffee, and then took it back and put the same one in. But yeah, they recalled them Australia-wide again.
So
and
you've
the
gone
second
back
time,
to get it.
nah, couldn't be bothered.
It's an airbag.
Well, I didn't have any. I've never crashed.
Mate, I wouldn't take a chocking back, but an airbag,
Huh?
you can crash and die.
Well, yeah, I figure if I crash, I'll probably die. So it's like.
Well, good luck, mate. You should just smash a few.
But seriously though, if you got a Caramilk though, take it seriously. Just take it back. But if you're driving around a Subaru, yeah, go for it.
Luca Lewis. It's Luca Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Just amplifying the now.
Amplifying the recorder, man.
Why do you have a recorder?
Well, I've brought it in today. I think that
Is it show and tell?
Yeah, no. It's actually play and impress.
You've played it. No
Yeah.
one's impressed.
Mate, I think that the recorder, I bought this recently for $10. Bargain.
Why?
Okay. Well, it's just one of the most artful instruments in the world. I mean, there's a reason why they get everyone to play these when they're young. It's to teach everyone culture. And I think that our show needs a little bit more culture. Wouldn't you agree?
So you've. Sometimes you forget that our show is broadcasted around the country.
Sometimes you forget how talented I am. And I think that this is a great addition to the show. In fact, I can prove it. I actually have here with me the pamphlet.
So if you quite literally bought this in, because you're like, hey, don't worry, man, I've got the next break sorted. And I was like, great, don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And then Mike goes, mic's on, you pull out a yellow recorder, and this is what you have planned.
Yeah. And
So you've just got to tell me about the recorder.
yes.
Okay, go,
And
tell me.
Okay, so
I
this
can't wait.
This is the pamphlet that was provided to me upon purchasing
Yeah.
this, and it explains. Normally, I bought this as a joke, Luke, but this explains why the recorder is such a good instrument. Okay, our recorder would like to thank you for selecting it. This recorder is sentient.
Is it what?
It's sentient. It has it's got its own brain, and if you had a brain, you would know what sentient means.
No, I know it.
Oh, burn. Okay. Okay. It goes on to say, we are sure that your choice will be richly rewarded by years of expressive musical performance. I'm going to get years of expressive musical performance out of this thing, and you're welcome, listeners, because we're going to have this show for years thanks to the addition of my recorder skills. Okay,
So you want this recorder to be a regular part in the show. So whenever you do a sick burn, you can
I'm gonna tune out a sick
have a
burn
toot.
tune. That's the sick burn tune. Okay, and it goes on to say, remember that any musical instrument, no matter how durable or well designed, requires a certain amount of care and respect. So you, Luke Kidgel, must respect this or it'll break.
It's already broken. The end is off. What did you do with the end? You didn't respect it.
I've lost the end, but
So you have no respect or care for your instrument. Right, did you
that
have a
made-
purpose? Did you come
that
in
was
with
a
a
pretty
song
sick
prepared?
burn on me. So
Did you come in with a song prepared?
no, I just thought I would improvise. Really. There you go, mate. That's laughter musicalized on the recorder. You're welcome.
So what? Why did you want to tell me this?
Because I just want you to be really impressed with me. What do you think?
Go to a song.
Pretty good burn. Oh, we don't need to go to a song. We've got me.
Go to a Lewis. Lewis, we've been talking a lot lately that Coles Radio, our arch nemesis radio station, Coles Radio, beat us in the digital rating.
Once a friend, then they stabbed us in the back by creating their own radio station, somehow beating us, even though they are only played in supermarkets.
Yeah, the survey.
Actual radio
this is true. The survey results came back at the end of last year, and I looked at it, and it turns out we're being absolutely demolished by Coles Radio and the ratings. Tripled. Yeah, they're tripling us.
It's not even close.
No. So we've been trying to work out ways to either sabotage them out. Like all week we've been like, how do we sabotage Coles? How do we infiltrate them? And I've had a bit of a rethink overnight, and I'm thinking now we're going about this the wrong way.
Right.
I saw that Woolworths have just recently partnered with Pandora for their in-store radio, right?
Okay,
which means I was like, so supermarkets want a radio station.
They need their own radio station.
I'm like, they don't
Woolies didn't make their own. They've partnered with another station.
Exactly.
So I like where you're going with this. Maybe, what supermarkets are left?
I was thinking Aldi. I went into Aldi recently. Not a lot of tunes going on in there.
That's
Could
true.
it be a little bit more modern, a little bit more digital?
Well, that actually would be quite a good fit because I like to think of us as the Aldi of radio. So I think,
so true.
I mean, there's a lot of options out there, but if
They don't have a budget. We don't have a budget. There's so many
money
similarities
going around. I do think the only thing they're lacking is a little bit of modern digitalness.
Yeah.
And that's where we come in.
So I think we need to work on a pitch to Aldi. I think tomorrow we try and get hold of their PR team.
Yep.
We give them a call. Let's kind of just work on a pitch.
Them to send us 100 boxes of Aldis. Or no, that didn't work last time, did it? With Savoys.
I think we just get them to try and give Triple M Modern Digital the more exposure.
Yeah,
because we're directly competing with Coles Radio in the digital radio market. So I think instead of just making our show better and trying harder, let's partner with a supermarket.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because that's clearly how you get listeners.
Yeah,
I read that Woolworths reckon now that they've partnered with Pandora, an extra 17 million listeners on Pandora.
Right.
Which I don't know how. I mean, I didn't realise that's a lot of Australians shopping at. That means some people are going into Woolworths twice a day.
Yeah. Well, I think
that stat doesn't make sense.
Well, I think just about every human needs to eat food, and they usually get it from supermarkets. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
It says the supermarket says the station will reach 17 million customers a week.
That's insane.
That's just a lie.
Well, Aldi would at least have 9 million, maybe, or at least 2 people.
At least 9.
At least the employees that work at Aldi.
Yeah,
and that'd be like tripling our ratings.
And if we can get those numbers alone, huge boost. We'll be coming at Coles real hard. I mean, they might even hear of us.
Luke and Lewis. The Winter Olympics are on at the moment, and I've noticed something quite peculiar about the Winter Olympics. I don't think that the name Winter Olympics is entirely accurate because, I mean, a lot of these sports, it's not necessarily winter that makes them possible. It's actually snow.
Well,
right?
If the winter makes snow possible.
Yeah, but every single event is on snow or on ice. We have winter here, but we don't have snow. That's why we lose every single event in the Winter Olympics. It's not the Winter Olympics, it's the Snow Olympics. Everyone has
Or
winter.
the Ice Olympics.
It's the Snow and Ice Olympics.
It's the snow or frozen snow Olympics.
Well, I bet a scientist could probably technically say that snow is ice. But,
yes.
I think it's the Snow Olympics. And I was thinking that, the Summer Olympics, I mean, it doesn't have to be summer for you to run either.
No, you can run in both winter or summer. It's an all year round sport. Wouldn't recommend running on ice though.
No, very dangerous. I think Usain Bolt wouldn't have any knees left.
No.
But what I was thinking is I think that the Winter Olympics should be changed to the Snow Olympics, and then that opens up a whole new realm of possibilities.
So you think they should have an Olympics for every climate?
Well, not every climate. I don't know what you would do in the Spring Olympics. Just walk around sniffing flowers, and whoever's got the biggest sniff wins.
Sneezing all the time from hay fever.
Yeah, so I think we should just have the regular Olympics, which is like running and jumping or whatever, and then we have the Snow Olympics, which is all the snowboarding and the ice skating, and then we add in another event called the Desert Olympics.
Right.
Yeah, and I think this is how that would sound.
Welcome to the Desert Olympics. First, we cross to our roving reporter at the finish line of the Sandstorm Sprint. What's happening down there?
Yeah, I don't know, boys. I can't really see. There's a giant sandstorm in the arena. I really think this is probably a bad idea.
Alrighty,
All
okay.
the competitors are lost.
Alright, well, let's cross to the cactus catch. Go long!
I got it. I got it.
Yep, that is a clean catch.
Oh, this sucks.
Anyway, would you look at that in the distance? Is that a white guy winning the marathon?
I don't see anything, mate. I think that might be a mirage.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yep, he's standing next to a unicorn. Never mind. Alrighty, and now we're off to the cake eating contest.
Cake? No, mate. No. This is the Desert Olympics, not the Dessert Olympics.
Oh, sorry, this happens every 4 years.
It's Luke and Lewis on Triple M Mono Digital for the last time today. That's the end of the show. That's the end of the
Stop,
show.
like, threatening a quit like at this.
I'm just saying, it could be coming. I might be hinting at something. Could be quitting. Could be never returning, but probably not. I'm going to be back tomorrow, I reckon. Feeling good because otherwise, where else am I going to practice the recorder on radio?
Definitely no one else would pay you to do this. Not sure why.
I'm playing along.
Hey, I'll turn up the music.
Yeah, turn on the music, man. Right? It's just one note. It's really
2, 3, go. No, it's not one note.
Isn't it?
No, it's a song. They just come out and go, hey guys, this is the A chord. That's not even the song.
Our show
Can you
sucks.
learn this song? Can you learn this song?
Yeah, I'll learn
tomorrow?
the song tomorrow. I'll learn the song and I'll play the song at the end of the show. And then we'll get fired.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Luke
For
and
our
Lewis.
last show.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. See you later.